at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summy.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summy.
Hello, Successful Summy is my name, and this is High Impact 102.1 FM. We talk about how to make money, manage it, multiply it, and maximize it on the Money Magnet Show. And this morning, I want to talk about how to generate cash flow, how to keep making money every single month from buying properties in the United States. And I'm going to give you the step-by-steps that you need to follow. And also, if you are thinking that it involves a lot of money, you might be wrong. Okay, I'm going to show you how to go about it. Okay. Having said that, I will also be touching on student visa. I want to give a step-by-step guide on how to get your student visa in Canada. Okay, so let's go on a short break. When we are back, we dive into the show. Stick around, don't go away.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information,
call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. Yeah. With Successful Summy at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summy.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summy.
Okay, welcome back. This is the Money Magnet Show. I am Successful Summy, and this is High Impact 102.1 FM. And so, how do you generate a cash flow by getting property in the United States? Now, I don't want you to think that the money is so much, so just calm and follow. Anytime some people hear about property, they are usually turned off. They used to think that it involves so much money and they may not be able to afford it, so they don't just want to waste their time listening to anything property. No, that's not right. So we're gonna talk about it this morning. Now, as far back as 10 years ago or 9 years ago, a rent for a condo in United States, in some part of Georgia, runs to about $800 in a month. Okay, so rents are paid on monthly basis. That is, like a 2-bedroom flat, something like that. 2-bedroom flat, you can get as much as $800 every month as the landlord. $800 every month, because rent are paid on monthly basis. There are some rents that comes $1,000 every month. Okay, $600 every month, $1,200 every month. Now let's take a round figure of $1,000 every month. If you have a property in the United States and you get $1,000 every month, that is 750,000 naira every single month. Okay, so how much would you need to buy that kind of property? One of the things you want to look at is the possibility of getting loan. Okay, because if you want to buy that property, you might not need to drop all the cash that is needed. For you to buy a property of about a property that will generate you about $1,500 every month, or $1,002 every month, $1,200 every month, you will need about $50,000. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So let's add some charges here and there. Let's say about $65,000. Now, if you have a $65,000 right there, $65,000, and you are getting $1,002 every month, you just need about 65 months, and then you are home and dry. And you don't even need all the 65,000. You just need about 20%, and then you can get the 80% from the bank. The bank in the United States can lend you the money, and even the banks in Nigeria, there's a way you can raise the money from here, buy the property over there, get your rent every month, and that is what you're going to use to pay the bank. Okay, so let's take a look at some calculations right there. I want to get to the calculator right now. See, some people don't like some of these kind of things. They just want a simple life. Let me just stay in one self-contained room and parlor. I'm not looking for anything big. Life does not become interesting when you don't have challenges. You've got to get things that will, put you on your toes. That is when you call it a vision. That is when you call it, I have a vision. I want to do something big. You have to be consciously thinking that way. What is that thing that is bigger than you, that requires you to put some extra efforts together to be able to get it done? So projects like this will put you on your toe. You can have it as a goal, that this is what I want to do, and this one is going to stretch me, is going to make me to think, is going to make me to think of how to raise money, and is going to make me to think of how I can make more money. And so it makes a lot of sense to think in this direction. Okay, I haven't said that. Let's do some little calculation now. So we have $20,000 multiplied by the black market rate. That will give you like 15 million. If that gives you about 15 million, what you're going to have, it's okay, the 15 million now, you can get, if you can raise that, you can be able to get the balance from an American bank, and you can also be able to get the balance from a Nigerian bank. Now, if both of them charges you the rate of 20, of course, if you get the loan from an American bank, max they want to charge you like 8 to 10%, but if you get it from a Nigerian bank, they might want to charge you like 27% to about 40%. But let's take a look at 1,000 naira rent. $1,000 rent every month times 65. So 65 months is going to be how many months? 65 divided by 12, and that's going to be 5 years. So under 5 years, your rent should be able to pay everything back. And most of the banks, the bank in the US will want to give you up to 10 years to pay back your money with the interest, plus the bank in Nigeria may want to give you 4 years. That's where the issue is. So when you are using the bank in Nigeria, you may want to raise your stake. That is, instead of 15%, you might want to make your participation to be 30%, so that you can pay back on time under 4 years. And then if you are using a bank in the US, you will definitely be able to meet up. After that, the property becomes your own. Remember, as the rent is being paid every single month, the value of the property is increasing. Don't forget that. I haven't said that. So there are many areas you can get property that you can use for cash flow business in the US. But As a Nigerian, one of the things you should understand is that in Nigeria here, rent are paid yearly. Over there, rent are paid monthly. Okay, let me give you a better example of what I'm saying. In Nigeria, if you want to get a 3-bedroom, there are some areas you get a 3-bedroom for about 750, about 1 million. Okay, and that is for 1 year. That is for 1 year. That rent is for 1 year. But when somebody has to pay you for a 2-bed in US, 750,000 for 1 month, and that is how they will have to be paying you every month. 750,000, 750,000, 750,000 every single month, and they pay you that money continuously. That is going to be 750,000 every single month. In 10 months, you will have collected about 75 million. So I just want you to see that there's a lot of you will have collected 7.5 million. Sorry, I just want you to see that there's a lot of advantage in this kind of investment. Many people don't know that this is possible. It is very, very possible if you have that kind of money in Nigeria. Now, what are some of the areas that is good for you as a Nigerian to look at? I have mentioned Georgia. Georgia is a place that I have done that for clients before, and it's very good. Another place you might want to think about is Memphis, Tennessee. You might want to think about Tennessee. Tennessee is also relatively good for that kind of business. You also might want to think about Florida, Orlando. Okay, Florida, Orlando is also a good one. Then you might also want to think about Phoenix. Okay, so these are different states and different places that you can get this going. Okay, so if you are going to do that, these are a few simple steps you have to follow. Number one, you want to think about setting up an LLC, and you can actually set up your LLC online. Okay, you can go online and set up an LLC for yourself in the United States. When you set up an LLC, you submit some documents and some information, and then you get your EIN. EIN is the equivalent of your social security number, and that is for corporate bodies. So you can still be using that as an individual because you are the face of the business. Then when you do that, you find the property to purchase. There are many websites you can go to find the property to purchase, but I, from experience, discovered that agents will actually help you to make that job easier. So what you can do is you can get some agents that will help you check it out. They won't collect money until the property has been paid for, and then they will not now collect their own commission. Then set up your bank account. So when you set up your bank account, what you can do is you can put the money you want to use to buy it there, or your deposit. And of course, I've told you can also get a loan. Then after that, you can now get someone to manage the property for you. When I say manage property, you are here in Nigeria, somebody is there in the US, and they can help you to collect rent on regular basis, give any letter to your tenant as at when due. The property is your own, but you are here in Nigeria. I want you to begin to think about getting a property abroad. It's not as difficult as you think. It's not as hard as you think. And so I'm talking from experience of getting a couple for clients, and I can tell you that it's quite easy and the returns on investment is massive. So you might want to think about doing something like that. It's an opportunity that many people used to think that, I need a whole lot of money for me to be. No, you don't. You just need that small amount of money maximize it well, and you are good to go. And if you are someone that have access to facility from the Nigerian bank and you are wondering, what will I use it for if I take this? There's a lot you can use it for, investing in foreign properties. I'll go on a short break. When I am back, continue with the show. Stick around, don't go away.
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios, the future.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back, and this is still the Money Magnet Show. This is High Impact 102.1 FM. We have been looking at how you can make money buying properties in the U.S. Having said that, I want to go over to people that have been longing to study in Canada. So if you have been longing to study in Canada and you are looking for steps to follow, then this should be a good time for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with 5 schools in Canada that does not require IELTS. IELTS tests your speaking, reading, writing, and hearing of English ability, and you can easily write that one in any of the IELTS centers in Nigeria. So there are therefore some schools that do not require IELTS. More so, there are also some schools that do not require deposit before you apply for the school. And I think I should just start with that. University of Winnipeg, it's number 1 on my list right now, and Yukon College International, you can check that out too. And number 3 is Kenyo College. These schools, you can, applying there, it's a lot easier compared to other schools. Now the question is, are they within the state you want to school? Now the state issue or the provinces issue are very important too, because quite a number of people plan that when I get over to Canada, what I want to do is just to be able to raise money from whatever I'm doing, then I'll be able to pay my school fees. And so they are always after the city that they are going to study, because there are some cities that there's no much business activity, so you can't easily raise money there. So there are some people that are focused on that. Of course, Alberta is a place that you might want to check out if you are looking at getting money, because the economic activity there is relatively high. Okay, Vancouver very cold and the economic activity relatively low. So British Columbia and some of those other places are not like Alberta. So but the bottom line is, you've got to get to understand that you have to learn to save quite a number of costs, most especially if you're applying as a student. Now, let's look at what are the processes that you need to follow. What are the steps if you're applying to get student visa or study permit in Canada? Now, student visa or study permit in Canada, you have to apply. We have the application process, we have the documentation, we have the cost, time, and then the do's and don'ts, and that's what I'm going to be taking you through. So the first on the list of the documents you need to have is your valid passport. That's not difficult to get. You can go to any of the centers here in Lagos, Festac or Ikoyi, or for those of you that want to get your passport and it's taking long, you might also want to try other states. Okay, you might want to try some other states that are not so crowded like Lagos. Maybe that can help. Some people used to try Ekiti State, because some of the states within matter of days you will get it, but sometimes in Lagos it can take months before you get it. So if you need it fast, you might want to check other states that are not really crowded with the pressure of getting it. I mean, you can try Kogi State, you can try Ekiti State, you can try Kwara can be loaded. Which other one now? Nasarawa, Benue, all of those other states, you may want to check them out. Getting your passport there may be a lot easier. Now, the next thing you need is the proof of fund. And just like I used to say, that the proof of fund is something that you can get from some certain banks. There are banks that get you proof of fund. However, the court has ruled that proof of fund might not be needed, or even if you need it, you might not need the cash that supports that you have the proof of fund. The next thing is your immigration medical examination, IME. Of course, you have to do all the tests. They have to check your health and all that. Then you have to submit your IELTS if the school that you are dealing with is a school that requires IELTS. Now, there's what we call guarantee investment certificate. That is when you have to send money to Canadian banks to be sure that, okay, when I get there, there's money for me to spend. But that is not in place like before again, because a court ruling has stricken that one out. So what do you do if you have to use all these documents? Go to www.educanada.ca, pick a school. You will see their budget. You will see the courses they have. Check if your age is falling within range, and check the subject. Okay, we advise that you apply to 3 to 4 schools. Okay, apply to 3 to 4 schools. Most of their tuition fee is actually within the range of about $10,000. Okay, get a letter, get an offer letter from the school, and once you do that, the next thing is to provide all your necessary documents. And once you get that, of course, you need to show your proof of fund. I've spoken about your medical certificate too. Then you need to get what we call SOP, that statement of purpose. That shows your hobby, your academic background, your financial, your reason for going to study, and then you can apply for the visa afterward. Under normal circumstances, 2 to 4 weeks, your response to your visa application should be ready. But these days it takes a very long time. Okay, and top reasons for refusal is, number one, lack of sufficient fund. And You see, that reason is no longer there, and that's one of the things I said that the court ruled against. So it's an advantage now. Number two, top reasons why student visas are usually refused is incomplete documents, when someone does not have all his documents complete. Number three is when your IELTS is low. And number four is when your statement of purpose is unclear. So getting your statement of purpose clear is not a problem. The issue is the IELTS. If it is low, then that becomes an issue. But there are some schools that take low IELTS, so make sure you get that and put all the other documents together. There's a lot of opportunity for you if you decide to do that, if you decide to go through that route. Out of every Nigerian in Canada, if you look at out of every 10 Nigerians in Canada, about 6 of them get to stay there through their student visa. They got into the country through their student visa, got a job, and decided to stay. So it's a route that a lot of Nigerians have used and they are still using, and you can also try it. You don't need to have all the money. You might just have part of the money and then you pick it up from there. Okay, I haven't said all of that. I'm going to go on a short break. I will open the phone line so that I can take questions. I have questions from yesterday I have not answered, but I will answer that today. Okay, so let's go on a short break. When we are back, we'll continue with the show. Stick around, don't go away.
Manage, multiply, and maximize your money. With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Successful Summit.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information,
call 0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Okay, welcome back. 0907-224-5018 is the number you can send. You can use that for a WhatsApp message. And if you want to give me a call right now in the studio, you can can give me a call on 0700 1021 1021. That's the number with which you can call me right now in the studio, 0700 1021 1021. If you want to send me a WhatsApp message, the number is 0907 224 5018. Okay. I have some question here. Good morning, sir. Please, I need you to advise me. My international passport is due, but I want to do change of surname. Sir, will it affect my international passport, or I should just leave it and renew it like that? Now, if you want to change your surname in your international passport, I think you need to get to the Abuja office. But if you get somebody in Lagos office, they may guide you as per what you should do. Okay. But I think you will need to go to Abuja, and there is a fee for that. They will also tell you the fee for you to change any details on your international passport. 0907 224 5018. And I have a question. This person is saying, I am an architect. Please, how do I promote my profession on social media? Okay, what you do basically is you can get images of some of the things you do as a professional and put. Okay, I have a call. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Mrs. Ojodo, and
Okay.
I'm calling from Akuti.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you respecting that investment on the U.S. property. Hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Good. So you mentioned that you can get a loan from U.S.
Yeah.
bank, but at the same time, you still have to have what you call remind me now.
Collateral.
Social security number.
You need to
Social
have.
security number.
No, you are
Social
going to.
security.
That's what I said in the steps. You are going to have what we call EIN. Your EIN is going to be your social security number.
Okay, EIN.
Yeah.
What's the full name? What's the full
EIN is actually given to complaints.
What is the full? What is it in full?
Okay.
E stand for what? I stand for what?
Okay. So now this is what happened. You need to take the first step, and the first step is you register your company, which is your LLC. Yeah. When you register your LLC, after that is when you can now apply for your EIN. Your EIN is like your social security number, but this time around, this is for organization, and it allows you to be able to have the same privileges that somebody that is a resident of US will have, but you are having that under your organization, and the property in question is going to be your collateral, and they can trace you with the EIN. It's going to be for your tax and all the other details that you need to provide on the property.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so I haven't said that. 0700 1021 1021 is the phone number with which you can call me right here in the studio. And if you want to send me a WhatsApp message, is 0907 224 5018. Okay, so I haven't said that. I was answering the question of the guy that said he's an architect and he wants to promote his profession. So what you need to do is that you need to look at some of the images that goes along with your profession. Post it from time to time. So the step you are going to take is first gather the type of clients that you want to project to. So let's assume you are going to build your Facebook page and you're going to build your Instagram page. You are not just going to make anybody your friend. You are not just going to make anybody to follow you. You are not just going to follow anybody. You are going to be intentional in the people you follow and the people you join as friend, or the people that join you, so that when you are posting stuff about your profession, people that are seeing it are people that can give you job. That's how you go about it. So you remember I said that you show people what you want them to see on social media, and that's how it works. My name, Mr. Somi, my name is Michael from Ojodubega. I want to ask a question. You talk about a law of money, when you listed them, and I wrote them down, but that Parkinson's law should I not upgrade my standard of living each time income increases? Okay. 0700 1021 1021 is the phone number with which you can call me right now in the studio. And if you want to send me a WhatsApp message, the number is 0907 224 5018. Now, answering that question, the guy is saying that each time I have more money, should I increase my standard of living? This is what is important when you are building wealth. Okay, we have a call. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Bernard, and I'm calling from Magodo. Bernard.
Okay, sir.
So I just tuned my radio now. So I want to know what the program is really about.
Okay, the title of the program is The Money Magnet Show, and we used to talk about different topics on how to make money, manage it, multiply and maximize it. And this is High Impact 102.1 FM.
Okay.
Yeah. 0700 1021 1021. That's the phone number with which you can reach me right now in the studio. And if you want to send me a WhatsApp message, the number is 0907 224 5018. So, talking about Parkinson's law. Now, there are different stages in our life if we are building wealth. If we are building wealth, wealth is built, money is made. There's difference between the two. You don't get to become rich all of a sudden. I mean, you don't get to become wealthy all of a sudden. Wealth is built over a period of time. And when you talk about building wealth over a period of time, there are different stages in building wealth. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, I want to ask, can age of 40 years do an IELTS exam?
You can do IELTS exam at any age. The bottom line is that, is it required for what you want to use it for, and will they accept that your age for the application you are going for? For instance, some schools will not take an age 40 to come and do masters. Some schools will not do that. Okay. But some other route of moving over to Canada will allow that, and they will still require, IELTS. So it's all about what I want to use it for. Do they want me myself before I now go to write it? I mean, anybody can write it. It's just a general exam, and you can just write.
Which other group can I use it for, if not for school?
Oh, of course. There are many. There are some other jobs that require it. They require that you have it. There are some certain jobs that require. You see, IELTS is divided into two. For people that want to go to school, and also for people that wants to get job. It all depends. Let me give you more example. Assuming you are applying to be a teacher in UK, you need to write IELTS. And that is for a job. You are not going for school. Okay? So it all depends. So what you need to do first is get what you are applying for, and then check the requirement of what you are applying for. That's how to go about it. IELTS is not the issue. It may not be part of the requirement of what you are applying for. It may be part of the requirement of what you are applying for. Just know the requirement of what you are applying for. 0700 1021 1021 is the phone number you can use to call us right now in the studio. And you can send me WhatsApp message on 0907 224 5018. So I was trying to answer the question of that guy that was asking about Parkinson's law. Now, Parkinson's law simply states that expenses rises with income, meaning that when people's income increases, their cost of living also rises up most of the time. And as much as you obey that law, there is going to be poverty. Now, in the first stage of building wealth, that was what I was speaking about before the call came in. In the first stage of building wealth, you have to disobey that law. There is a season of building wealth that you have to keep your expenses at status quo so that your income can increase. When your income increases to a point, you take a large chunk of it, put it in investment, and let it reproduce itself. Now, when your income increases and you are putting it into an investment, and the investment is now yielding, your basis of cost of living will now be based on the returns you have on your investment, not on the money you are working for. The two are different, and that is how wealthy people do. So they don't break their investment because they have to do something. The returns on their investment is the cost of their life, so they don't have to worry about the issue of money. But getting there will require that there's a point at which you pause a break in increasing your expenses at a point in time, because you cannot have zero expenses. You cannot have zero expenses, but you can have zero income. And if you keep having zero income, small income, zero income, small income, and expenses is constant CK, then you are sure that poverty is knocking at the door. So you need to be able to get that, Let me just go over it very quickly. Now, there are different stages in building wealth. I'm not going to be able to treat that today, but one of the early stage of building wealth requires that you pin down your expenses at a point. When you have to pin down your expenses at a point, that simply means that if you are using a 32 inches TV and your salary is 200,000, when your salary becomes, let's say, 300,000, you don't now go and buy, a 60 inches TV. What that is saying is that you keep it at 32 inches TV. Your income that has risen up, you take a good part of it, put it in an investment. The investment will reproduce. When it reproduces, your lifestyle will be on the basis of the investment, not on the income that came in, so that the income that came in that has become an investment can permanently be there producing, and you will be able to have money consistently to fund your cost of living. Okay, I haven't answered that. Let me take the next question. Good morning, sir. Please, I need you to advise me on. Okay, I've answered that. Hello, sir. While applying into the colleges, do we need to pay for application fees? There are some schools that most schools require application fee. Most schools. But about 3 or 4 do not really require application fee. Okay, but most schools require application fee. So, sir, I also want to find out if you know of any platform I could get a loan from to do my business. I don't have anything as collateral. I am a supplier of plastic waste to recycling company. I really need a loan now. Now, what I can advise you to do is you might want to look at these companies, this microfinance bank. That may be the choice you have, because commercial bank don't usually give loan to startups. They give loan maybe if startup need working capital and they want to be sure that their money will come back, so you might want to look at microfinance bank, and microfinance bank interest rate might be on the high side, but if you are sure you are going to pay back, why not? So of course, I'm sure you are used to the loan apps. The loan apps are so many, and that can be another option where I believe you might be able to raise a loan. Okay, the next question states that, please, how much do I need to have before I commence getting a property in US? If you have an average of about 20 million, you can start the process. Okay, your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Justin Apaja. I'm calling from Muja.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know something about the Fiverr, doctor.
Okay.
I was registered the app, but I don't know how to get started with DNA.
Okay, so let's go now. Fiverr, it's an online working platform, and you can easily go there and get jobs that you will do. When you work, they pay you in dollars, and that's how it is. So you go there, sign up, and then you tell them, I can do 2-3 work, I can edit video, I can write, there are about 25,000 jobs that different people can do. So you pick 2 of that. When you do that well over a period of time, they give you 5. When you do that well over a period of time, they give you 10. And it is free to start. It's one of the easiest way to start making money without capital, and you make money in foreign currency. Okay. Having said that, I think there's something I wanted to address. Okay, so that's how you go about Fiverr. That's the way it works. I wanted to. Okay, so 20 million naira, you can do some things about property in US. Or let me just speak in 20 million naira and above, you are good to go. Okay. There are some properties that are not very costly, like $50,000, $65,000. There are some properties you can get for $20,000, $25,000, and they are in dilapidated state, and all you require is about $7,000. You repair them, fix it, and then get a tenant. And those type of property, and the moment you get that property, insurance will come on it. When insurance come on it, insurance will value it high. While you are paying back your loan, the value of the property keeps on increasing. However, just check out to make sure that that area is an area that it's relatively okay. It's a good neighborhood. Neighborhood, it's what makes the value of a property to it's what put value on a property, okay, in the United States. Okay, let me say this. There are some areas that you don't want to go and stay there because of crime. The crime in those areas much. And then there are some areas there's less crime, and the property in those areas, you are good to go. So when I say crime, you are sure that when you are in the house, nobody can come and knock and shoot you in the house. I mean, you don't have things like that in that area. Just like we have in Nigeria here. You don't want to go to some parts of Lagos because it can be dangerous. Just the same way we have that in the US. So if you buy a property there, you have to watch out for a good neighborhood. So there are some properties you can buy $15,000, $20,000 dilapidated. You fix them up with about $7,000 and you are good to go. Okay, so with about 20 million, you can start your process. Okay, having said that, let me go to the next question, which is, good morning, sir. My name is Azomi from Ikeja. I want to ask of TFW in Canada. I don't know the full meaning of that. Maybe you tell me that. Good morning, sir. Thanks. I have created my YouTube channel yesterday. but how will I add the like and the share button on the video? Thanks. You can add that from InShot. InShot can help you do that. And hello, sir. While applying into the colleges, do we need to pay for application fee? I've answered that question. Is IELTS the only exam that can be used? It is the requirement of the school that you are going to use, and where you will get the requirement is at educanada.ca. How much do I need to have before I start processing for a student visa in Canada? $10,000, $5,000 is not a bad idea. This time around, you don't actually need to pay ahead again. You can get into the country before you need to pay. Now, once you have some banks will give you money in your account. They will put the money in your account. You cannot touch the money. The money can only be in your account, and then you use it to process your visa. When you get over there, students are usually given 20 hours of work. And if you work for that 20 hours, I know some Nigerians used to do more than 20 hours, but that works against you because it goes into your record. So if you do the 20 hours, plus whatever money you have here before, you should be able to survive paying for your school. In some cases, you might even want to change your course if that one is too costly. Change to something that you can easily afford, and that can help you. You might even want to go for, maybe you apply for a degree before and you have to pay, let's say, $10,000. Now you can change over to a diploma, and then maybe that one is costing you $3,000, and then you'll be fine. Okay? And then when you are done with that, you work with that, then you move to your degree, and then it all depends on your age, your plan, and many other things. Okay? So, but you can just tweak it such that it works in your favor and according to your plan. My name is Favor. My question is direct. Is an I don't get that. A direct app or website can I order? Okay. What website can I order ladies' shoes and clothes directly from China? 1688.com. Good morning, sir. I'd like to ask about Canada stuff. Can someone get working visa for Canada or UK? All I need, and I need full details. Can someone get a working visa? I don't. The question is direct, but it's not a straight-jacketed question like that. Okay, let me just say that if you want to work in UK, there must be something you are applying for. You don't go there and they give you working visa and then you just appear there and say, okay, where is work here? I want to work you. No, there's nothing like that. You need to know what you're applying for. I'm going there as a doctor. I'm going there as a nurse. I'm going there as a teacher. I'm going there as an engineer. And this is why one of the reasons why I talk about this travel stuff is because a lot of people dupe a lot of people because of questions like this. Because if you approach an agent and say, see, can I get a working visa? And somebody that wants to dupe you already, he will just tell you, yes, you can get a working visa and go and work anything and say, yes, go there and do this. No, it's not done that way. You need to know what you're applying for. It is on the basis of that they will give you visa, whether it is UK or Canada. Please mention the schools that do not require application fee. I mentioned Winnipeg the other time. I mentioned York. So you might try out the York College. I have a registered enterprise which I've been using since under the property sector. I didn't get this. I need more information to enable me go into business of buying property in US. I said you need to register an LLC. You get employer identification number, which is the IEN, and then once you do that, you search for the property. I advise to use an agent. Okay, time is gone. On that, I'm going to close. My time is gone. Maybe we take more questions from tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay, so that will be Friday. The show runs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is I Impact 102.1 FM. I am Successful Summi, and this is the Money Magnet Show, and we do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Till I come your way next time, Successful Summi is my name, and I'm saying remain financially intelligent.
Looking for something